Hello, I'm Mayor Bob Keller, and you're watching SCV TV, local television for Santa Clarita.
Hi and welcome to another edition of This Week in Santa Clarita. My name's Evan Thomason, and today we're going to take a look back at the Cowboy Festival, which just concluded, the 15th annual running of the Cowboy Festival. We're also going to take a look back at Arbor Day, and we're going to visit the Farmers Market in Old Town Newhall. But first we're going to catch up with Casey Bingham from the city's Environmental Services Division, who's going to tell us a little bit about Bike to Work Day.
Bike to Work Day is on May 15th, coming up in about 2 weeks. We are, the city of Santa Clarita does a challenge to all the businesses in Santa Clarita to have as many employees as they can to bike to work on May 15th. We have it broken down into 3 categories, small, medium, and large businesses. And whoever gets the most employees to bike to work in each category is eligible to win prizes from the city and also from LA Metro.
Great, so how many different businesses participate?
Last year we had around 20 businesses participate, and this year we're looking to have at least 25 to 30 so far. We still have a few more days for sign up, so there's still opportunities for businesses to sign up.
In my understanding, so Bike to Work Day, there's actually a competition element to it, isn't it? I mean, businesses actually compete with each other to get more people on board. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, we'd like to call it a friendly competition. It's all win-win. We're all, helping the environment when we participate and, saving money on gas. But in terms of the competition, yeah, it's fun to kind of razz the other businesses in the area, let them know how many riders they had each day. It's all in good fun. But so it's a fun event.
What do you think the impacts are of taking cars off the street? Now, some people, I assume, would realize sort of easy it is to take their bikes to work, but what's the overall benefit to the community?
I think it depends on each rider. For some, it could be relieving traffic, for people that are commuting to the office and to their place of business. Others, it could be health benefits. That's their only opportunity to really exercise is during their commute to and from work on their bikes. Others, with the increase in gas prices, they're able to save money on fuel, and reducing your carbon footprint. There's many benefits to using it. I personally like it just because when I show up to work after riding my bike, I feel a lot more energized for the day, and also when I'm coming home.
I think everybody can relate to the growing cost of fuel. This is part of an overall Bike to Work Day throughout the country. Is that true?
LA Metro has declared a Bike to Work Week, May 12th through the 16th. They set aside May 15th as the official Bike to Work Day, and the city of Santa Clarita, on top of that, has created this Bike to Work Day challenge. So we're working in partnership with LA Metro. They're the overall organization having the Bike to Work Week, but the city has done it themselves to do this challenge just within Santa Clarita.
So, and the city is really tries to make this as easy as possible for the residents. What are some of the things the city does to kind of help business members and community members ride their bikes?
Well, we're going to have 4 bicycle pit stops the morning of May 15th from 7 to 9. So any bicyclist that's coming through the area or coming by one of the pit stops, they can stop off, get a snack, get some giveaways, some treats, and everyone that participates is eligible to win prizes from LA Metro and also from the city, such as coupons, gift certificates, things of that nature. So it's a really fun event. There's no cost to enter, so we try and make it simple.
You mentioned LA Metro. It sounds like there's a lot of community partners that might help out on this. Can you name some of the community partners and what they contribute?
Newhall Bicycle Company is a local bicycle store, and they've been a bicycle pit stop for the last number of years. They host one of the pit stops. The LA County Bicycle Coalition is another pit stop sponsor that's been very supportive as well. We also have a few businesses within the community that have donated supplies for pit stops: Whole Foods, Spectrum, LA Fitness, just to name a few, that have been very supportive of the event, and we're appreciative.
That's great. So if someone is interested or in either participating or maybe signing, or a business is interested or a community partner in the making is around, how do they get more information and how do they sign up to participate?
Well, first of all, they can go to the City of Santa Clarita website, santa-clarita.com, and on the homepage you'll see a link to the Bike to Work Day information. They can also give environmental services a call at 286-4098, and they can sign their business up that way. They can also pledge to ride on LA Metro's website at metro.net/bike to work.
Okay, well, Bike to Work Day, it seems one of the buzzwords we hear just in sort of pop culture, it's become now, is being green and the whole go green kind of aspect. And what are a few tips coming from the Environmental Services Division that you can pass along to residents, just a few simple things that they might be able to do to go green a little bit more and maybe help out with the environment?
There's an awful lot out there, as we all know, but a few simple tips that I could pass along would be using a reusable bag when going to the supermarket to make purchases. Reusable bags are lightweight. The lifetime of one reusable bag can replace hundreds to potentially thousands of plastic bags. You can also pay attention to your sprinkler systems. Make sure they're watering just on the lawn and not hitting the paved areas. Make sure they're watering early in the morning, not in the afternoon where water evaporates easier. Also, use a dustpan and a broom when cleaning up on the driveway and sidewalks instead of hosing it off. You can save water and also help it so not so much debris is going down our storm drains. Those are a few simple, easy tips. Also, just pay attention to the recycling guide on top of your waste bin, or a recycling bin. You can, it gives a breakdown of all the things that are recyclable and not recyclable, so it's an easy guide just to pay attention to when throwing away your waste.
Okay, great. Can you give us the date one more time for Bike to Work Day? And I guess it goes without saying that, if you're not used to riding your bicycle, that you should wear your helmet and check for your tire inflation and all the safety equipment. But what's the date again for Bike to Work Day?
It's May 15th, 2008. That's a Thursday. And yeah, I'm glad you mentioned maintaining bicycle safety. It's important you wear your helmet, you have reflective gear, and also that you're aware of the bicycle laws. We don't want anyone to get hurt out there. Also, you can check out the city's trail system. We have a great trail system that makes it so you don't always have to ride on the roads. A lot of times people are hesitant about riding on the roadways with the cars, so they may want to check out the trails that we have, so they can make their route to work. It's separate from all the cars in the road if they're nervous about that.
I think that's a good point, because the city has about 30 miles of off-street trails, and certainly residents can use the city's website as a resource and see where exactly those trails and all the crossings are, and use that as a resource.
Yeah, and most of our pit stops are along those routes, so it's helpful to pay attention to our trails, and you can coordinate your route on your way to work and see where the pit stops are, so you can stop off and get yourself a little snack and giveaways on your way to work.
Well, there's a look forward to the city's Bike to Work Day, which is coming up, and you can find out more information on santa-clarita.com. But right now we're going to take a quick look back at the 15th running of the city's annual Cowboy Festival at Melody Ranch Motion Picture Studio.
On Friday, April 25th, the 2008 Cowboy festivities kicked off with the Walk of Western Stars Awards ceremony, where Jack Lilly, David Carradine, and John Saxton were honored with sidewalk plaques in Old Town New Hall. On Saturday and Sunday, April 26th and 27th, the 15th annual Cowboy Festival officially rode back into Santa Clarita. Cowboys came out to attend this festival from all necks of the woods. A major attraction of the 2008 Cowboy Festival was the wide assortment of bands and music styles that played sounds ranging from Western jazz to Western swing. Another major draw of the festival that had wranglers and ranch hands alike lined up for a taste was the Cowboy Cultural Committee's food stand in the Gold Rush Food Court. They served piping hot peach cobbler with a dollop of whipped cream. The cobbler was cooked outdoors in Dutch ovens that were heated by coals and had been burning all day. All of the crowds and cowboy enthusiasts came to Melody Ranch this year to enjoy a stroll down Main Street and to enjoy the ambience created there that reminds one of the good old West. All in all, the 15th annual Cowboy Festival was a great success, and we look forward to seeing y'all next year at Melody Ranch.
Well, if you didn't make it out this year to Melody Ranch, there's always next year. It's a great event, great performers, and more importantly, some great food. Right now we're going to take a look back at the city's Arbor Day celebration, and with that story is the city's own Heather Looning.
The City of Santa Clarita celebrated its 19th annual Arbor Day event this year at Central Park and also celebrated its 18th year being awarded a Tree City USA. Let's take a look back at the events that happened today and all the different opportunities volunteers had available to them, including planting trees around Central Park.
We've been working so hard. Oh, come on, baby, come on, baby.
City Urban Forester Robert Sartain explains why Arbor Day is so important to the City of Santa Clarita.
Well, today is our 19th annual Arbor Day, and it's a big day for the City of Santa Clarita to celebrate all the wonderful benefits of trees and to celebrate Arbor Day.
And what's happening at this event?
Well, there's all kinds of things happening at this event. It's a community event. We try to bring everybody in the community together. We have 60 plus trees that we're planting to help, create a better environment. That involves a lot of the community volunteers signing up. They get to work their hours. They get to know what it's like to plant a tree. There's kids events. We have a lot of environmental exhibitors. We have different forest agencies and municipalities that represent the urban forest and the environment.
And why does the city put on an event like Arbor Day? It's going on for 19 years now, so what makes this event important?
One of the reasons we put on the event is because it's a requirement to become a Tree City USA. And this year we got our 18th consecutive Tree City USA award. That's a requirement from the National Arbor Day Foundation. But overall, it's just a really feel-good event that we can start to share the benefits of trees and what they provide to our community.
Councilmember Marcia McLean explains why Arbor Day is such an important event for the City of Santa Clarita.
This is a wonderful event for families and kids. We have the Plaza Rita Nature Center here. You can actually come down and pet a snake. We have the Audubon Society here. They have parrots and macaws and other birds. They have wonderful literature for you. The kids can paint a little birdhouse. We have drawings for people to win wonderful prizes. There are several vendors here. We have the Sierra Club and other vendors here, woodworking. It's just a fantastic day.
And why is an event like Arbor Day so important to the City of Santa Clarita?
I think it's important to our city for the residents to have a place where they can come and get in touch with nature. This is a wonderful thing. You can pick up bags of compost for your garden. You learn how to have your garden be an ecologically sensitive backyard. It's a learning experience. Plus, we're always looking for family events where kids can come and do hands-on things in order to learn about our city and nature, and this is perfect for that.
Now let's catch up with some local residents and find out why they chose to volunteer for this year's Arbor Day event. Daniel, what brought you out to Central Park today?
Actually, I'm here with my church youth group kids, and one of our officers were looking for a community service thing to do, and then we found Arbor Day, so we're here, and I'm excited.
What made you want to volunteer?
Well, I'm a youth group teacher, so I actually had to come here, but after just seeing all the community come together and just working as one and just giving back to the community, I think it's just amazing, and it's just a bonding time. It's great.
And what was it like today volunteering? What'd you do?
Well, we actually planted 4 trees, and it was actually exciting. I never knew how to, how to plant trees, but we learned, and something that I'm gonna remember, for a while.
Well, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the events that unfolded at Arbor Day this year. If you didn't get a chance to volunteer and are interested, take a look. The event will be back in April of 2009.
Thanks, Heather. Looks like a lot of fun. Right now we're going to go to Old Town Newhall, where earlier I caught up with the city's Phil Lantis, who's going to tell us about the new farmers market. How does the produce here is different than if you went to any market?
Well, generally, coming farm fresh means that there's less preservatives, there's less of the things that are required to be able to get through the shipping process and display process at a normal grocery store. And we're not knocking normal grocery stores, but what you're able to get direct from the farm is a higher quality, less preservatives, often organically grown, and it gets very tricky with that because there's very tight rules on what you can call organic these days. But basically you're getting a higher quality and often at a lower price than you can get at the grocery store because the overhead is the farmer's time, and that's about it.
So most of the produce here is actually grown locally, and one of the other parts of the benefits is really there's no pesticides. Is that true too?
Generally, that's true. It's not required for being certified, but generally there's very minimal pesticides, or they're organic pesticides, because the farmers are choosing to make that choice to provide the best quality product.
And looking around and you see all the people that are talking to the different vendors, I guess it's a unique experience too, because in a lot of cases you're talking to the growers about specific varieties of produce. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Definitely. One of the advantages of being in direct conversation with the farmers is you can find out what's coming next week, what's coming the week after that, what's in season, what's right at the prime of its season, what's maybe on its last legs or just beginning. So you can actually make choices in terms of what you want to buy based on what's going to be coming out next week and what's coming in season, and the various varieties and what's good for what uses. And you're talking to the people who really know their products, as opposed to, once again, a grocery store where they're getting products and then they're turning around and selling them en masse. You're talking to the people who are working every day to make the best product possible.
And let's talk about specifically where we are and why we are where we are. So we're in Old Town Newhall. It's a Thursday, and can you give everybody the hours of the farmers market?
We run from 3 to 7, and we'll be doing that every Thursday from now till October 30th. And the reason we're in Old Town Newhall is because we're really wanting to support the redevelopment efforts down here, and really bring people out and show the exciting things that the city's doing in Old Town Newhall, you know, with the new line streets, more parking, some of the nice facade work, some of the new businesses that are down here we're wanting to spotlight. So it's really an opportunity to invite people to come to Old Town Newhall from across our valley to have a great time in an event and also see what's going on in Newhall.
And Thursday's a neat day, or a good day too, because basically what you're doing is you're getting fresh produce that's ready for a weekend of a whole weekend of cooking, and you can do weekly produce, or you can just get stuff ready for the weekend.
Generally, that's the case. We're very conscious of the fact that there is a farmers market over at College of the Canyons that's on Sunday, and we wanted to work with them. We talked with them to make sure that we weren't stepping on their toes, and it works out this way to where you can, like you say, get the produce for the weekend, and then on Sunday get the produce for the week up to Thursday. So it really complements each other, keeping the competition down, because this town is big enough to support everybody, and we want to be a great partner and not step on toes.
And Old Town Newhall is a good location in another way, because it is right off the 14 freeway, so you got a lot of people coming here, and basically it's sort of a central place in town infrastructure-wise, and it's also near a major, one of the 3 Metrolink stations that we have here.
Definitely. Accessibility is a key, and with a lot of people driving San Fernando Road and Main Street and Railroad, it's a really great option from a visibility standpoint. We do have the Metrolink station right here, so if people wanted to come up on the Metrolink, it would be very convenient and easy, and we just think Newhall is a great place to hold this kind of event. We're wanting to do more events in Newhall, and it's just a great opportunity to, like I say, really shine a light on Newhall and the great things that it has.
Join the Santa Clarita Valley Veterans Memorial Committee at Eternal Valley Cemetery for a Memorial Day tribute to our veterans, current and past. The tribute includes a flyover, the ROTC drill team, and music from the Santa Clarita Valley Concert Band. Afterward, gather at the Veterans Memorial Wall for a reading of the more than 800 names.
What the heck is this thing?
Back fat. Someone must have lost it eating the smaller sized popcorn.
Give me that.